Ladies and gentlemen, the info for the next Arknights event is here. On the 21st of May, we will get a new side story. It's a continuation of Lone Trail, and will be focused on Nasti. And in this video we'll see all the important stuff and new game mechanics added to this event. Okay, let's see the new operators. We will get 3 new operators. The 6th star is none other than Nasti, Rhine engineering head that makes her debut in Lone Trail event, and is now getting a full makeover from her NPC design. She is the second 6-star artificer supporter after Stainless, and I have 2 big reasons why you should get her. First, she is a woman in a suit that can physically break you. And second, she can make a portable range tile. Yes, you can make a single range tile anywhere on the map with her ability. This is of course very useful for any ranged operators, especially since the constructed tile will provide about plus 60% buff on max HP and attack. Not only that, this portable range tile has been proved to synergize with other operator mechanics. And in the future we should have even more operators that can synergize with this portable tile, like Chen All Test Skill 3 and Zima Alter. Overall she has strong support abilities, and of course that portable range tile. I'll make an updated review video of her later, but you can check out my first impression of her in my old video. But to answer whether you should get her or not, well, she's probably not the best pick for new players, or those who still have weak DPS units. She is a very gimmicky unit, which is an operator those 2 kinds of people might want to skip. However, in the eyes of veteran players, she might be one of the top choices to pick, due to how unique her abilities are. Okay, let's see the 5 stars. The gacha 5 star is someone called Karen. She is a primal defender focused on nervous impairment. One very interesting thing about her is that she has a talent only seen in a 6-star element enabler. And that talent allows her to inflict nervous damage every second to the enemies currently blocked by her. For the free unit, we have Skybox. He got a new sniper archetype called Skybreaker. Yet another masterpiece written by Mr. Kojima. Anyway, more or less like the Chinese auntie, he will forever fly and only attack flying enemies. But whenever his skill is active, he will land and can attack ground enemies, as well turning his attack to AoE. And in my opinion he's a solid example for this new archetype, and also a solid AoE physical dealer. New operators are not complete without some new skins. We will get 2 new skins in this event. One for Fang Altar, and another skin for the lovely Dragon Queen.
Sometimes you're gonna be erasing me, honey. It's a shade on your palette. It's okay to be funny. Sometimes you're gonna let me gaze on you, honey. Get a face on your target. Sooner or later you want it.
And here are the rerun skins. Okay, Time to see the event mechanics and enemies. We got an unofficial collaboration with BioShock Infinite, where the stages are on some kind of flying platform. Almost, if not all enemies in this event are flying units. So it only makes sense to fill your squad with those who can do ranged attacks. But, most of them aren't your typical squishy flying units that you can easily take down with a marksman sniper, and some move really fast. So to counter this, there are some floating tiles in the stages. Melee or ranged operators can be deployed on it, and they can block the flying enemies. However, the floating tiles are floating thanks to these hot air balloons on top of the tiles. If the number of operators on top of the floating tiles are bigger than the balloons, the floating tiles descend to the ground, turning it into an ordinary ground tile. You should be able to make the tiles float again if you retreat some operators, until the operators' number equal to the balloons on the floating tile. But some enemies can also push away those balloons, and practically reduce the number of operators you can place on top. Moving on, here are the enemies you will fight in this event. As for the boss, we'll be fighting a Banshee woman. I don't really look up CN stories, so I'll guess we'll learn about who she is later after the event went live. Anyway, her special attack is that she can lock onto two friendly units, and she will deal continuous arts damage that grows stronger. If the operator is defeated and that operator is on top of a floating tile, that floating tile will have their operator capacity reduced, making it more vulnerable to crash to the ground. After she does this special attack, her attack and offensive stats will be reduced, and it will be your perfect time to unleash attacks. In her second phase, the stage will ascend, and all ground tiles will disappear. You will be restricted to only the floating tiles. And if the floating tiles exceed capacity, it will literally disappear. Clearing all of this event stages should give you 28 yellow rocks. Like always, farm event stages, get event currency, to buy items in the shop. These are the tier 3 materials that have a higher drop rate in the event. For new module, all new operators whose archetype already received a module will get one. Well, in this case, it's just Nasti. Chain Medic will get their module. And there's a second module for the mother of 500 bunnies, I mean Ray. New operator Accords and Paradox Simulation. This is the new furniture. Lastly, this skin for Cardigan and 4-star Jessica will be available in the search shop. That should be all. Adios.